El Chapultepec's resurrection for our final showcase was a feat born from the ashes of neglect. The venue, gutted by a previous tenant, stood as a skeletal reminder of its former self. Yet through the collaborative efforts of the 87 Foundation and PBS 12, a phoenix emerged. Their combined forces not only breathed life back into the hallowed space, but also illuminated its historical significance, creating a poignant stage for our farewell to a Denver legend. The last performance echoed with the resonance of legends, a poignant finale to an era that defined the pulse of this remarkable city. It was an incredible honor and opportunity to be able to have some of the final shows at this legendary venue. This episode features Crooked Rugs. For a band of folks that want to be space pirates, and they're doing that by sailing the cosmic seaways of psych rock, I would like to welcome to the stage the Crooked Rugs. Crooked Rugs. Thank you all so much for being here. So I got a question for y'all, Crooked Rugs. How did you get together? How did you meet? How did you start playing together? What's the story there?
I'll take this question. A lot of different ways. Jason and I met actually playing lacrosse at CSU, and had known each other for about a year. Both decided to stop playing at the same time, and then I was, oh, you play guitar? No way, that's really cool. And our other guitarist, Rex, lived on the same floor, and oh, you're the other guy who plays music. That's so cool. So we played for a bit. Our bass player is Rex's younger brother, 4 years younger. So when he came up to school, oh, when Finn gets up here, we're going to play music together. And then I moved into a house, and Jay was in the duplex next door, and we needed a keyboard player, and that's how we all got together. Yeah.
I want to kind of ask y'all, like, if you were to be like looking at what was responsible for your musical awakening, or like you seeing yourself as a musician, what contributed to that for y'all? Like, what led to y'all's awakening?
One thing that I think is common between the three of us is that we all had musically inclined families. So either people who played music or were really into it. So it was a very encouraging environment to let that grow, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely had a history, like a lineage of musicians in my family. Like my great grandma played like in a jazz bar in New Orleans, played piano and would sing like all through the week and stuff. And then both of her kids that were my grandpa and great uncle were like musicians all through Austin, New Orleans, and Nashville for a while. So I kind of just expected to do that. I don't know. All the people that were my favorite relatives were just musicians. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna do for sure.
We actually talked a little bit before, and you're talking about like growing up down the street from Connor Oberst.
Yeah, definitely. Tim Casher from Cursive and Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes are probably some of my greatest inspirations. We went to the same high school, and remember watching a bunch of YouTube videos when I was in junior high, and it kind of just clicked that, oh, this kid grew up down the street and he's touring the world. Like, I could do that. I could do that. So that was a big inspiration growing up.
Oh man, that's awesome. And did you ever have you seen him perform or anything?
I've actually never seen Bright Eyes live before. I've seen Cursive several times. Yep.
And so, all right, moving from like the stuff that's awakening you and all these things and like leading to you seeing yourselves as musicians, like what musicians, what bands, what artists like actually like influence how you play? Like Jace, who
I think like collectively, a lot of our biggest inspirations are just people that kind of take it upon themselves to put the music out, and this like DIY mentality of self-recording and like self-production. Like a lot of our favorites, namely the OCs or the Brian Jonestown Massacre, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they like are extremely prolific for one, but also have pretty much a lot of control. They're not like a big not big label bands or anything, but I think we all kind of dig the grassroots, like our own spin on everything.
You all are now in Fort Collins, Colorado City that's near and dear to my heart. But I went there over 20 years ago. Okay, so can you talk to me about like some of your favorite venues, like home places? Like where did you all cut your teeth as a band?
The first place worth mentioning is Pinball Jones. That was really where we got our start, I would say. Is an underground bar that had cement floors and ceilings.
And loud pinball machines.
Couldn't hear yourself play at all, but they loved us and consistently had us in there. So that was really where I think we came into being a live band was in that space.
Hotel Hillcrest was a house venue in Fort Collins. That was definitely, they were bringing touring bands. They had some bigger bands from Denver, like Pink Fuzz, come in and play. And like it definitely was kind of the start, I feel like, of the uptick of the Fort Collins music scene, like really kind of like, oh yeah, if you can book a Hillcrest show, which was pretty easy to do, then you could be a band.
It also sounds like you're part of like this rising tide in Fort Collins, like there's something happening there.
Absolutely.
It's so much fun. I could hop on my bike and see 3 shows a night, and my friends are playing in every band. And to be able to walk around and just be influenced and inspired by the people around you is unparalleled.
And you see it during FOCO MX when you go, and it's like, you look at the schedule and you're like, damn, I'm missing like one of my favorite bands in town because there's 4 other bands that are like great playing at the same time. And there's just like that number of like sheer talent in Fort Collins that are like around. It's pretty cool.
How would you all like talk about your contributions to the Fort Collins music scene, the psych rock scene, and what are the characteristics of it that make that special in that way?
I would say one thing is just that we are really paving our own path in every aspect of it. Just the way that we approach writing music, the way that we record things, the way that we mix, just the way that we do what we do is very much our own path that we're paving. We're kind of the real deal in that regard.
And I think people can see that and are inspired by it, or how we're inspired by OCs and King Gizzard on a national level. People are inspired at a local level. Wow, like these guys are doing it. Why can't I start a band? It's also a really big question because I believe Fort Collins has a really long history of music. I'm also part of the music district in Fort Collins, and I have a bunch of mentors there that are 10 years, 15 years older. Shane from Wire Faces and Hayden from the Burrows and things like that, where that inspiration doesn't stop. So it's hard to kind of pinpoint exactly where it comes from or where it's going. I'm just glad we get to be a part of it.
I'm super honored to be able to sit here with you and hear more about the process, and a little envious that like you're able to like do all of that, like most of it at home and stuff. Like you get to have like your hands on the wheel of the entire creative process. That's so important in this day and age. So yeah, Crooked Rugs, thank you all so much.
Thanks for having
Well,
us.
thanks for having us. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Thank you all for coming. We got one more for you.
If you enjoyed watching Sounds on 29th, we hope you'll support PBS 12 to help bring you more fun, grassroots local music programming. Visit pbs12.org/program support and donate today.